Hello everyone, welcome to Keto Living. So today is our last stop on our world burger tour, and we're back here in the States, and we are going to be making a steak tartare burger. And I'm really excited about this because I love steak tartare. And as you know, it's not cooked. However, our burgers are going to be cooked. They're going to be cooked nice and brown and crispy on the outside and rare on the inside. So, and it's up to you if you would like to cook it a little longer. I prefer not to because I use real steak and I have it ground for me. And so, yeah, I feel really good about eating it rare, which I eat all my meat rare just about anyway, except for pork. So, but before we get started, I had a question from a subscriber this week who was asking me about the keto diet, how to get started and stuff. Well, here's the thing. To start ketogenic diet, it means that you're going to give up sugar out of your body and you're going to replace it with things that are better for you, not sugar. You're also going to give up all your grains. That's rice, corn, and yes, corn is a grain, all wheat products, gluten products. I mean, all those things are gone. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, but you're going to replace them with green vegetables and low-carb vegetables and things that are really healthy for you. Now, to get started on a ketogenic diet, I've had a little trick that I do. Some people experience what they call a keto flu, and you feel pretty miserable about it, let me tell you. But I've came up with a little plan. It's ketogenics in 24 hours, which means that you can be in ketosis in 24 hours. If you'd like to hear more about that, please leave a comment below in the description box and I will explain further. And I'm also going to be doing another informational video, and so I'm not sure if it'll be on this channel or my keto journey channel, but I'll let you guys know. So let me put you on pause, put you down here, and we'll get started with our steak tartare burger. Okay, so here I am. I have 1.5 pounds of ground steak. And so I'm not going to put that on right away. I know, shocker, but they don't cook. They don't take that long to cook. So what we're going to prepare first are, I'm going to be cooking some mushrooms in a pan. And I don't do this often, but I'm going to be using some yellow onions. Now, yellow onions have about 3 to 5 carbs per 1/4 of a cup. Now, I'm not going to eat that many, but I do like to have some grilled onions on my burgers. Mushrooms do have carbs, but there are like 3 carbs for 1/4 of a cup of mushrooms, and they're 3 grams of fiber. So they kind of cancel each other out. So I go by net carbs, and what that means is I take the fiber out because fibrous carbs don't affect your blood sugar level, and so I don't generally count them. I did buy a pre-sliced. I usually slice my own, but they were on sale, so I bought them. And I have an onion here. So what I'm going to do is slice those up first, the onion up first, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got my onion sliced up, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a pan with some butter, of course. I'm going to put about 1.5 tablespoons of butter in a pan. And I'm going to let these cook all at one time. And all I'm going to do is separate these rings into rings. Probably won't take that one. And they will cook down, so will hardly be any left, really. But I want to start this before the burgers, because really the burgers are only going to take probably about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Now, if you want your burgers the way that I like mine. So then I'm going to throw the mushrooms in there with it, and they will cook down as well. These are already pre-cleaned. Okay, I'm not salting them yet, because when you salt mushrooms, they draws all the liquids out. Same with onions, and they'll never get brown for you. So I'm just going to put those on the stove. And we'll get on with the other part of the recipe, the creamed spinach. Now, the creamed spinach, I'm going to use this whole container, which looks like a lot, but it's really not. It'll probably cut down probably to about a cup. Maybe 2 cups, but this thing is really tough to do. And I can't. And these are Nature Place organic baby spinach. I like baby spinach because it's a little bit more tender, and I just like it better. Ooh, this thing is really tough. Okay then. So we're going to open that up like that. And this is also going to go into a pan. And this looks like it's going to fill this pan up, but it really won't. Well, it might to start with. Oh, look, I got a piece of Swiss chard in there. Well, we'll just leave it because I like Swiss chard. Now, to this, we are going to add some fresh nutmeg. I think when you have greens of any kind, that smells so good, you need a little nutmeg. I don't know why, but I'm just saying. It's that little flavor that makes you go, what is that? So I'm going to put a little bit of fresh grated nutmeg in here. Oh my gosh, y'all. That smells so good. I love nutmeg. Okay. And then we're going to put a little salt. And I am using kosher salt. And I'm going to use just a few minced onions. And then some black pepper. And about a teaspoon of garlic. And I like my little garlic paste here. Okay, and to that, I'm going to add just a tiny bit of touch of heavy whipping cream. I'm just going to do like 1 turn around the pan because I don't want it to get too much because it will water down. I mean, you know, it'll get liquidy. So I'm going to put that on the stove between about a medium to medium high, and let this start wilting down. Y'all, the smell in here is just unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to move my cutting board. Oh, no, I need my cutting board. Okay, so before I get rid of the cutting board, okay, now for the steak tartare, we're going to go ahead and put this together. Ouch. My hands are been in really bad shape this week. Ugh. Really bad shape. Okay, you didn't see me do this, but kind of have to pop the lid on it. Ugh. I thought Najara and I were going to have a big fight here. Okay, so we're going to chop up about a tablespoon of capers. I'm going to get a tablespoon out, leave the brine in there. Just a few more to make a full tablespoon. Okay, that's going to be going into our meat. Mix this up. And I'm just going to chop these down fine. Y'all, the smells in here from the onions and the mushrooms are unbelievable. Now, if you think you don't like capers, give them a try. They don't have any carbs in them, by the way. And I use this brand right here, Marzetti Imported Gourmet Nonpareil Capers. And they have no carbs per serving. Serving size is 2 tablespoons. So we are well under 2 tablespoons here. So we are going to put that in there. Now we're through with our cutting board. And I'm going to hop over here right quick and give everything a little stir. The smells from my kitchen right now, y'all, if y'all had smell-o-vision. Okay, so now we're going to put equivalent of 2 cloves, which is about not quite a tablespoon of garlic. Then we're going to put in, now you can use fresh, but I don't have any fresh right now, and so this is what I have and this is what I'm using. But we're going to put about 2 teaspoons of parsley. We're going to put 2 teaspoons of basil. And we're going to put a teaspoon of cilantro. Okay. And then, let me get my other ingredients. Thought I had them all out here. We are going to put in a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Usually I don't measure, but I'm measuring today for you guys. So we're going to put a tablespoon of that in there. We are going to put 1½ teaspoons of Dijon mustard. So I'm going to put a ½ a tablespoon. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little kosher salt in here. And I'm going to put some cracked black pepper. Now, normally I would put lemon zest in here, but I don't have any, and I didn't get to the store, so I'm just going to put a little bit of lime zest in here. About a teaspoon, so it's not much anyway. And then I'm going to put the juice in here. You just need that acid for the burger. That's basically all it is. Okay, so that's done. And then you're going to mix it up. I'm just going to get my hand in here and mix it all by hand. Gosh. The smell in here is incredible.
Sorry guys, I had to come stir my onions.
All right, so then we're gonna make them into patties. And I have my grill over here preheating. And yes, I turned the... Okay, I'm just smushing it down in the bowl. You know my trick. Take my knife, divide them up into 4 even patties. And always, just like we do with regular burgers, even though this is steak, we're going to make them thicker at the edges and thinner in the middle. And I'm not playing with them too much because I don't want them tough and dried out. And if you play with them too much, that's exactly what will happen. Now the reason I divide my meat out, if I know I've said it before, but let me just say it again, is because I don't want to get 3 burgers made and then have this little small burger that's left over, and I have to go pinching off of the other burgers to make a regular sized burger. Okay, so I'm just making them thin on the inside, like that. And you notice they're all about the same size. Okay, and then I'm gonna go put these on the grill, and then I'll show you how the spinach is looking. Okay, so I have my spinach, and you see how much it wilted down, and this was a whole pan full. So now we're gonna finish building our cream spinach. And we're gonna add some more heavy whipping cream. And we're going to add some xantham gum to it. That just helps hold it all together. And we're going to add about 1 ounce of cream cheese. I use so much of the stuff, I know about what 1 ounce is now. Okay. So my pan is nice and warm, so this is going to start melting down. Now this is xantham gum, and this is what I use to use as a thickener instead of cornstarch or something like that that's gluten. This is gluten free. And I'm just going to put about 1 teaspoon in here, and that truly is all we're going to need. This little packet, I buy the whole container. It has about 12 or 15 packets in it. It's $11. However, one of these little packets right here will honestly last me 3 months if I wanted it to. But I do a lot of baking, so mine doesn't usually last that long. Okay, so this is wilted down nicely. I'm just working the cream cheese in there. That's going to help give it some body. And then I'm just going to eyeball about another 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Now when this goes back on the stove, it's going to go on a slow simmer. Remember, we do not ever want to boil heavy cream, because if we do, we'll have a big greasy mess because it will separate. So just don't boil your cream. You just want to put it on a slow simmer, and that's what I'm going to do. So when I'll be back, I'll show you how I put it all together. Okay guys, I'm back and we're all finished. So I have my onions and mushrooms, and then my burgers, which these only took 6 minutes. I did them 3 minutes on each side. Got them seared brown on the outside. I've got my cream spinach, which turned out so yummy. So let me show you how I plate this. So I need to get a serving spoon. What I do is I just take a scoop of this spinach, put it in the middle of my plate. And I love cream spinach, especially this kind. Okay. And then I just take one of my burgers. Now remember, I said they are rare, so don't anybody get scared. You can see the juices in the plate. I'm going to lay it on top of my spinach like so. Move this in the front here. And then I'm going to take my little serving spatula here. I'm just going to take a few onions, not many, mostly mushrooms, and lay them on top like so. So there you go. Steak tartare burger. Does that not look yummy? So let me give it a taste for you. I'm going to bring you up here and I'll give you a taste. Okay. So I am most excited about this. I'm trying to save a pretty one to do a picture with for you. But got to give this a taste. So here we go. Just going to bite off a little bit of it. And get onion, a mushroom, some spinach all together. Yeah. That is my favorite of all. Because I do love cream spinach. And I love steak tartare. And that is very good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining this journey with me on our World Burger Tour. Next week, I am going to be doing a recipe. It is for a pizza casserole. And this recipe was done by Jackie Newton, who was Crafty JJ Newton here on YouTube. And I told her I was going to try it. And she asked me if I tried it to please do it on camera. So, Jackie, I'm going to do your recipe next week. However, I am going to take a few liberties with it if you don't mind. I'm going to change a few ingredients up. But the gist is the same. I'm going to still use chicken, but I'm going to be using some different things. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time joining us, I hope that you'll join us each and every Friday, as well as my other videos during the week. So if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that little icon up there and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to tap the bell so that you can be notified when I upload each and every time. Thank you all again. Don't forget about my challenge, which is open until July the 1st. I will see you all again. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless. Bye-bye.